The Second World War of 1939 to 1945 became another global conflict in which more than 60 countries took part. Just like during the First World War, caricatures again became a reflection of the constantly changing military and political situation. In September 1939, Hitler and Stalin started a new war by attacking Poland. Their union was ridiculed as a dangerous marriage. This is an American caricature about the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. On the branch from left to right, pro-fascist Spanish dictator Francisco Franco, Italian fascist leader Benito Mussolini, Japanese General Tojo Hideki and American communists. In this 1940 British cartoon, Hitler and Stalin marching together, wearing the same boot and holding a pistol in a holster. In 1940 Stalin occupied Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia, forcing them to join the USSR at gunpoint. These are American cartoons about the so-called voluntary accession of the Baltic states to the USSR. In the autumn of 1939 the USSR invaded Finland expecting a quick victory, but suffered huge losses. These are American cartoons about the Soviet-Finnish Winter War. The British cartoon from June 17, 1941 with the inscription, Hitler wooed Stalin but with large forces stationed right on Russia's doorstep. In 5 days Germany attacked the Soviet Union and Stalin was forced to ask for help from the USA and Britain. In the summer of 1941 Germany turned from an ally into an enemy of the USSR. In Soviet caricatures Hitler began to be compared to Napoleon, as well as German Emperor Wilhelm II during the First World War. This is Soviet caricature from 1941. After Germany's successes in Western Europe and on the Eastern Front, Britain and the United States were forced to unite with the Soviet Union to defeat Hitler together. This is the British caricature from that time. Another popular target for cartoonists was chief Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels. In this British cartoon from 1940 in which Goebbels instructs Mussolini, "Surely it's pretty simple. You multiply your gains by 10 and divide your losses by 20 and shout as loud as you can." American and Mergen pictured 1940 caricature of Goebbels' false propaganda. German cartoonists during the Second World War for their part made fun of the USSR and its allies. This is German cartoon from 1944 depicting an American monster in a European city. Here's another German caricature of the USSR, the USA, and Great Britain, three beggar brothers. They ask each other for handouts. 1943 was a turning point on key frontlines in favor of the anti-Hitler coalition, and in 1944 a second front was opened in Western Europe, after which the defeat of Germany became almost inevitable. This is British cartoon from 1943 showing Hitler looking into the future and seeing Roosevelt, Churchill and Stalin deciding the fate of the post-war world. Here's another a 1945 English cartoon of Roosevelt, Churchill and Stalin visiting a wounded globe in hospital, asking, "And how are we feeling today?" And this is Mergen's cartoon from September 26, 1943, time to send those overseas parcels, with two swags, one for Hitler and one for Japanese General Tojo Hideki. Here's a Soviet caricature of 1946 of the Nuremberg Tribunal of Nazi war criminals, some of whom were sentenced to death. During Second World War the Americans dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This was the first and so far the last time nuclear weapons were used. This is the 1947 Pulitzer Prize-winning U.S. cartoon, Peace Today, about the dangers of nuclear weapons. After World War II the USSR quickly quarreled with its allies and turned into the main threat to the West. Pictured, British cartoon from 1947 showing Stalin trying to expand spheres of influence in Western Europe.